You were too late.
Okay, whatever.
Why are you too late?
We've
done this before. All right. So what's the name of this?
Well, shit.
If we were smart, we would have come up with a name before we started recording.
Considering we're both college graduates, you would think that we're smart.
Yeah. Does that mean anything? I think 90% are now like college graduates or something. Like 80%.
Yeah. Excuse me while I play with this, bottle opener.
You play? Yeah. Well, you're an alcoholic, so what do you want?
Whatever.
We could do names. You could be like the alcoholic.
No, we're not doing that.
I could be something. Why not?
I actually work.
Okay.
Let's remember that.
Now, I want you to deny. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah, you come on. All right, so the alcoholic, everybody. Come up with a name for me.
I don't know.
Loud silence is great.
I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything.
All right, we'll come back to that. So, this is the basketball podcast of the YouTube channel. That is Walker. What is your name?
My name's Walker. I'm the resident basketball expert.
Hi, Walker. How's it going?
Hi, Paul.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Paul. You may know me. You may not. You probably haven't watched the other one, so as you can see, we have pretty much basketball stuff. We decided this is a good time to start it, mainly because Walker's going to be getting good internet soon. And, the basketball season's about to start. So, that's just kind of why it all worked out, all planned out well. This is the wheel.
Doesn't Ross do his Chrome full screen?
Yeah, but I have our faces bigger. So they'll be able to see. Hey,
this is your show. This is your show.
No, it's our show, but I thought because you're short, we should make the faces bigger.
Oh, screw you.
Common courtesy. Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, I was just trying to be nice here, right? Please.
Thank you.
Is this a curse-free or a cursing podcast?
I mean, it's definitely not a drink-free podcast.
Okay, so
this will probably get us demonetized.
Anything on YouTube gets you, dude. You could.
Existing gets us demonetized.
You could run shirtless on YouTube these days, and I'm sorry, your channel is just pornography. You are not allowed to stay up on YouTube. It's kind of outrageous what YouTube does. By the way, what? Go.
No, I was saying cursing, but it has to make sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I the rule I've taken is if I want to emphasize something, I'll say a curse word. I was taking a nap earlier, and I woke up and I was really thirsty, and my mom had me bring this downstairs.
What is it?
And I almost accidentally drank it because I was tired. I just woken up. I had just woken up and I was really thirsty, and I thought it was my jug of iced tea. And so I almost drank the daily shower cleaner. The thing that saved me is it's still sealed, as we can all see.
Oh my God, you're actually an idiot.
So my insides would have been as clean as the shower, though. I mean, what do you want from me?
This is a perfect example of, the tamper-proof lids work.
Yeah, but fresh, clean scent. I would have been pooping or peeing fresh, clean scent.
Or dead, Paul.
Or if I puked, my breath would have been fresh, clean scent. I wouldn't have had to brush my teeth.
Oh, do not talk to me about puke right now.
Yeah, do you want to?
No,
I mean, this is basketball, but let's be realistic here. This is just going to be us yelling about stuff with basketball.
Yeah. All right. Long story short, someone threw up in my car this weekend. It's fine now. They helped me clean it up, but it was not fun in the moment. But it's really funny now looking back at it.
How old was this person?
They were of age. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Are they a actual adult, or are they a new adult, or
they're an actual adult? I'm not gonna name names or anything.
So you had a 30-year-old puke all over your car.
Essentially. They're not 30, but they're of age.
That's what you get for owning an electric vehicle.
Oh, whatever. I don't pay for gas.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have puked because he would have respected your vehicle if you drove a petrol-powered car.
I think even if it was gas powered, if it was a certain someone we know in a certain branch of the military, they still would have found a way to puke in my car.
Well, that certain someone doesn't have fresh, clean scent. My shower cleaner.
Sponsored by Fresh Clean Scent.
Value size refill. If you can't see, I'm trying to get the sponsorship here. It prevents soap scum, hard water, and other stains. I would have cleaned my insides. This would have cleansed me.
Some people might say we are stains on a certain academic institution.
It's true. That's true. I'm definitely.
Some might say we are a stain on the internet.
Some might say that because he's Hispanic and a midget, he got propelled into other stuff.
Oh, we have a Woj tweet.
Oh, do we? All right. What would Woj say? Wait. This is the first Woj bomb of the podcast.
Well, it's a Woj retweet. It's a Woj retweet.
Okay, it's not a Woj bomb. All right, never mind.
Dennis Schroeder's visa issues have been resolved.
He had
so I guess there's a visa.
What?
Good for him. Did you see what jersey Sharif O'Neal got?
Oh God, do I want to know? What did he trade jerseys with somebody?
Yes, he did a jersey swap.
Who did they play? They played someone in Vegas, and then LeBron did a whole.
Yeah,
thing.
they played that team that Victor Wembanyama is on. I'm butchering that man's last name.
Did he get wham bams? As I said?
No, even better.
Who'd he get?
Ho you fat.
Oh yeah, they bought Kevin Hart on ESPN for that guy.
He got Ho you fat jersey.
That's going to Shaq. Shaq called him. Hey man, listen, I need that guy's jersey. Do whatever you can.
I want that jersey so bad.
Ho you fat. When I first saw the quote by Kevin Hart, because I didn't see it live, I thought he meant either you got to lose weight or the ho goes. I didn't realize that it was the actual dude's name. I thought he was making.
Yeah, no, because Corey Alexander was on the call for that game. I was watching the replay the other day during my lunch break, and Corey Alexander was on the call, and literally it was just like he was like, "Ho, you fat with a 3." That is that man's name. I'm not kidding.
Please repeat what you just said. You were doing what on your lunch break?
I was watching the replay of the game on my lunch break. I wanted to watch Victor. Yes, the replay. Some of us have actual jobs, Paul.
Yeah, and on your break of your job, you decided to watch the replay of a who cares basketball game.
I cared.
You are one of the few.
All right, Paul, you're gonna hate me for this.
Here we go.
So you know how the Wizards played the Warriors in Tokyo last Friday? So I didn't intend to wake up at 5:45 that morning. It just so happened that I woke up at 5:45 that morning.
You have a stupid internal clock.
And I remembered, oh shit, game's on. Let me just go put this on. And the second I turned it on, I saw James Wiseman do a drop step dunk, and I was like, okay, Warriors are repeating this year. Like it's done deal.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, they're repeating.
And
Paul, especially since the Warriors added 2019 NCAA champion Ty Jerome.
Yeah, you're an idiot, and you know you're an idiot. K.A. Clark is the most important player on that 2019 team.
I guess.
Who made the pass?
No, K.A. did.
Yeah, he waved off who?
Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome.
A guy who's probably sponsored heavily by White Claw. All right, shall we? What flavor are you drinking?
This is passion fruit.
Passion fruit. So you're homosexual now? Yeah.
I like it. It tastes good. Also, none of the Simply Spiked stuff is cold.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm drinking, if anyone's wondering, Clean Shower Daily Shower Cleaner. The refill instructions here on the back, and
please sponsor us.
Yeah, directions for use are also back here. You just spray and walk away. I can say because my mom makes me clean the showers, and it is just spray and walk away. It's very useful. And when I say showers,
really?
I mean my shower. Yeah, you just spray.
It's very intuitive.
It's pretty great. Helen Keller could do it, to be honest with you. God. All right.
I saw a bumper sticker. I saw a bumper sticker like 2 weeks ago, right? That said Helen Keller was fake.
Oh God. Dude, our generation are the biggest idiots on the planet. You know that?
Yeah.
Like what how
I don't condone texting and driving, but that's one of the few times that like I've actually that's like one of the very few times I've actually done it because I had to take a picture of it.
That person had to have been a child cancer patient.
Oh my God, Paul.
There's no doubt in my mind that they weren't, right? Like either that or born 50 minutes too slow or something. Like what's wrong with you? How can you say she did not exist? It's historical.
Yeah. Like, there are historical records.
That person probably thinks Davy Jones's locker is a real thing.
Probably.
All right. Well, as you can see, we brought back the wheel because
it's the best thing on the planet.
Yeah, pretty much. As you can see, everything on here. Slow off season. Victor. I'm not paid enough to spell that man's last name.
You're not paid
moves.
at all.
Exactly. Early overreaction. So like early overreactions, pretty much we're overreacting to stuff. You know, it's.
Could you hear that crack on your end?
No, but I have learned that there's like a 1 in like 200,000 chance that you could crack your neck and it just fall off.
Really?
I don't know if that's true. I didn't, of course.
Okay, so like, either I get a nice crack on my neck, or my problems are no longer my problems.
Or you can get that shitty mullet cut off right there.
I do.
A $5 haircut would fix that. A $5 haircut, man.
I do need a haircut. I will admit that I do need a haircut.
Can we get you a military cut just once?
No.
Well, it'll be grown back by the time for the wedding. If you do it now, come on, just once.
No.
Just one time.
I will say this though is part of my Halloween costume.
Yeah, Pablo Escobar again.
No. I'm going as Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers.
You're an idiot. Yeah, then you need to get it like cut off.
I do need a haircut. You
gotta have like a bald spot or something.
Nah,
you gotta get the beer belly going. It's a good excuse for you to just drink White Claws all night. Early season favorites, who we think is the favorite title for the early, you know what I mean? Are the Wolves worse? I think everyone who's watching this knows what we mean by that. And then title contenders. So that's different from early season favorites because I'm thinking early season favorites is just, of course, you're going to say like the Lakers, but I'm going to spoil something here. I don't think the Lakers are title contenders, but they are early season favorites. You know what I mean?
They are. Because so it's the Lakers. It's LeBron. Like they're going to win at least 35 games.
One would hope. But all right.
Yeah, one would hope.
Shall I spin this wheel?
Spin the wheel.
First wheel spin. Oh, look at it go. It's a beauty right there. Before we talk about are the Wolves worse, happy Hispanic Heritage Month.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. You are white. So
yes, according to the United States government, I am technically white.
According to everybody, you are technically white. Come on. Are the Wolves worse? Walker?
I think they are.
Yeah,
Wolves are worse. I think Rudy, listen. Cat is offensively one of the best big man, if not the best offensive big man in the league. But Rudy Gobert is a known commodity. He's unplayable in the playoffs to a certain extent. You can't have him out there in the last 2 minutes of a game in the playoffs. Like
he'll grope microphones.
Yeah, and cause the league to get shut down again.
Yeah, he'll do that. See, watch. He'll just go.
Paul, you just showed everyone that we're not actually recording out of a microphone.
What?
Never mind.
I missed everything you just said right there. That was one of those moments where I wasn't listening and it just went. But
in one ear, out the next.
Pretty much. But yeah, I mean.
Okay.
I agree with you. I agree.
They gave up way too much for Gobert too. I think
100%.
Walker Kessler is going to be a fantastic player in this league. As a Bulls fan, I really wanted him because I'm not an overtly huge fan of Vucevic. I'm kind of butchering that name, but I'm not an overtly huge fan of Vucevic, and I wanted Kessler, the dude who's getting triple doubles in college with blocks and rebounds.
This is just a biased take.
But I would have rather have Kessler than Dalen Terry. Now, knowing what we know about Lonzo, I'm not mad at the Dalen Terry pick. But still, you gave up Walker Kessler, plus whoever else. Who else did they give up?
Justin Vanderbilt, if that's his name.
He's decent.
Like 15 first-round draft picks. I think they gave up Kevin Garnett's left leg. the fat fan that dances all around, and Kevin Garnett saluted him. I think he got traded in there. A couple hot dogs, I want to say, went in it. Everything they gave up at Malik Beasley. I mean,
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
how do you give up your? I think he did start last year, but in my opinion, Malik Beasley off the bench is golden. Golden. How do you give that up? Like, who's your bench player?
Okay. Here's the details of the trade. The Jazz and Timberwolves agreed to trade where the Jazz in exchange for Rudy Gobert got Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, who was later traded to Los Angeles, Jared Vanderbilt, Leandro Balmero, and the draft rights to Walker Kessler. The Timberwolves unprotected 2023, 25, and 27 first round picks. The Wolves 2029 first round pick, which is top 5 protected, and the right to swap first rounders with Minnesota in 2026.
Let me ask you a question, because I actually don't know the answer to this. What does top 5 protected mean?
So that means if the pick falls 1 through 5, the Timberwolves get to keep their pick.
Oh, well, they're going to get that back because they suck.
So. Probably. Yeah. But if the pick falls, 6 through wherever else, it goes to Utah.
Yeah, I never cared enough to learn that until right now, to be honest with you. They're idiots. I mean,
they gave up way too much.
For this year, I get it, because I don't think they have title aspirations. I know they say they do. I don't think they do. I think they have winning aspirations, because before you can win a title, you have to win. And the Timberwolves have not won in our life.
Well, I mean, they made the first round of the playoffs this year, and they acted like they won the damn finals.
Well, they should.
Yes, they should. They should. That franchise has not won anything in anyone's lifetime.
I have no problems with them doing that. Absolutely should. I mean, hey, this is something for you to cheer about. Minnesota sports, dude, not great. I mean, the Twins have made the playoffs here and there, and then they get bounced in the first round every time, or in the wild card to the Yankees every time. Minnesota sports.
Okay, the best Minnesota sporting moment, the 2 best Minnesota sporting moments I can remember in recent history was Diggs' catch in the playoffs. He doesn't even play for them anymore. And then the 2019 Final Four, which didn't even involve any teams from Minnesota.
What about like Rod Carew and stuff? We could go way back in the day if you want.
I'm talking recent.
I know. I just wanted to be an asshole.
Screw anyone says Ty Jerome did double dribble. He definitely did double dribble, but he got fouled.
Oh, we're talking about the 2019. Is that what we're doing now?
Yes.
Okay. No, they shipped out, like, that fan base has not loved anyone. I mean, they love Cat, don't get me wrong. And they love Ricky Rubio, don't get me wrong. But that fan base has not loved anyone like Patrick Beverly since Kevin Garnett.
Oh my God. I would love to have Patrick Beverly on the Bulls. I would love it.
Why would you get rid of the dude? You have this guy. Why would you do that? Maybe he doesn't want to be there.
No one wants to say it, but he makes teams better. He just does.
Oh yeah.
He's a poor man's Jimmy Butler. Like, you put Jimmy Butler on any team, they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make the second round of playoffs. You put Patrick Beverly on any team, they're gonna be a hard team to play night in and night out, just because of how intense he is on defense.
I don't understand why you finally get a guy that gets the crowd going the way he does, and then you give him up plus everything. And it's like, they're going to be good this year. Don't get me wrong. Because they will. They got Gobert's the good defensive guy. He can allow Cat to now not have to really worry about defense, which I think will help Cat a lot. Also, now Cat doesn't have to be in the post because Gobert will be down in there on offense. That'll help Cat a lot too.
Yeah, Cat can be more like.
Now, who's their point guard?
This is going to be a bad comparison. Be it more of like a Nikolai Mirotic type 4.
Sure.
Where he can pop out to the 4 and, shoot threes, because Cat is a very good 3-point shooting big.
Who's the point guard?
D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
But the problem is, though, Russell and Edwards, like, both of them are very ball dominant players.
I don't think Edwards is too pleased about it, to be honest. Because it does take the ball out of his hands a lot. But I mean, maybe he is, because Gobert's going to get offensive rebounds, and he can kick it. I mean, Russell's a good shooter. Edwards is not a terrible shooter. Cat's not a terrible shooter. Who knows? My biggest problem.
Cat won the 3-point contest.
Yeah, I don't count that. He's a big man. Get the hell out of here. And you could say, oh, Bird won it. I don't care. Bird's a different breed.
Bird's a
Um,
3.
yeah, but Bird's
That's
a
not a
different breed.
big. That's not a
Nowadays
big.
it is. Nowadays it is.
I guess.
That's what I mean. But Bird's a different breed. Bird was also like 6'9". Okay, like come on.
That is true.
But who the hell do they have on the bench? Nobody.
Do you want me to look?
Yeah, please, because these are gonna be names that nobody knows. Like,
No, I'll know them because I'm such a nerd.
you're an idiot, yes, but like, these are gonna be the most random honky tonk names on the planet. I like it. Just they gave up their whole bench plus their whole future for one big man who can't shoot in a league where that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, where he's unplayable in the last 2 minutes of a playoff game. Like that's a problem.
So who's this all-star bench that they've decided to accumulate?
Kyle Anderson. Wow. Hey, I'm just gonna read the whole thing.
That's fair. Yeah.
Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, PJ Dozier, Anthony Edwards, CJ Elby, who's not bad.
That's not great.
Bryn Forbes, Luca Garza, Rudy Gobert, Nathan Knight, William and Mary Legend, AJ Lawson, Jaden McDaniels, Jordan McLaughlin, Josh Minot, I'm butchering that name, Wendell Moore Jr., Jalen Noel, Eric Pascal, Torian Prince, Naz Reid, Austin Rivers, D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns.
So they decided to go get Rudy Gobert when, in my opinion, Luca Garza could honestly be a poor man's Rudy Gobert in a way. I don't know. Yeah. Like, I get he's not as good on offense or on good as defense. I'd argue he's a bit better offensive than Gobert.
Well, remember Torian Prince with rebounds. A rebound, you go up,
grab the ball, and then you bring it down. That's a rebound.
If you know, you know.
I mean,
shit. Naz Reid is a really good backup big, and they're still paying him.
Yeah,
he's still on his rookie contract, I think, because he was an undrafted rookie.
They're gonna trade him.
They're dumb.
When I say they're gonna trade, I feel like he's gonna request a trade.
He's gonna get when he's a free agent. He's gonna get paid. Naz Reid is a great backup big.
But we're talking about paid real quick. We didn't add this. Well, no, I could actually go under off-season moves, so never mind.
Okay.
So someone got paid though. We'll bring it up, but I don't know the direction of the team because you trade away the future for a big man who can't shoot.
Like the offensive talent at the 4-5 spot they could have had they kept Kessler, and then also had a guy that can go off for 35 at any given night off the bench and Beasley. Like you're giving up way too much, and then the draft picks too.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean,
like had they given up the players and then half of the draft picks, I would have been okay with the trade. But the fact they gave up this many draft picks, and then this is going to lead into like the whole slow off season. Because the Gobert trade was the first thing that happened, that put like if Gobert's going for that many draft picks, well, how many is Durant worth? How many is Kyrie worth?
Yeah,
how many is Westbrook worth? So that led to there being no trades whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean they reset the market. Like
exactly.
Danny Ainge did Danny Ainge stuff.
Yeah,
he reset the market, which he always. I mean, he reset the market with the Pierce, Garnett, and I think someone else won that deal for Wallace and every pick unimaginable on the Nets. And then he resets it again. I don't know what they're doing. I'm so happy, and I know this is going to be terrible, but in a way, I'm happy that Flip Saunders isn't alive to have to coach this.
He would still somehow drag them to 35, 40 wins.
But he doesn't deserve this. He wouldn't deserve this, and they would never fire him. You know what I mean? Flip Saunders.
He would quit. He would quit before.
I mean,
he's like, no, because that man deserved a championship.
Yeah, he did. I don't know. I don't see where the direction is. I don't see what the plan long term. I get everyone wants to win now. Short term is kind of how you do it in the NBA these days.
The teams will mortgage their futures. They do not care anymore.
I just don't understand that though. Because sure, you get good crowds for a year, but then let's say you suck the next 4 years. Nobody's
Okay,
showing.
Paul, are you really thinking, oh boy, I can't wait for Carl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards to come to town?
No, but the T-Wolves fans are because they haven't had something like this.
That is true. It gives them a bona fide big three.
Yeah.
It gives them a bona fide big three, but in my opinion, it's arguably the worst big three because of the last piece,
Oh
i.e.
yeah.
Rudy Gobert.
Well, look, we're
Like
spoiled.
Edwards and Cat, that's a pretty good 1-2 punch right there.
Also, I get Russell's not had a great couple of years. Let's not act like he's not a bona fide star in the league.
He was amazing in Brooklyn.
I mean, he is a star. I get he hasn't done stuff, but D'Angelo Russell's the man. He is he is a guy that can do anything in the league. Also, we're speaking. What? No, you go.
Let's say he's played with really good players. He played with Kobe Bryant. He played with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
He didn't play with Thompson.
He didn't play with Klay?
I think Klay was out the whole time he was there. I believe he was.
Was Klay really out for that long?
Yeah, he's out for about 2.5 years, I think. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's incredible how.
Okay, fast. But you get what I mean. Like he's still in that world.
Practiced with he practiced with the damn guy. He got his phone number. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like it's not like he's been on these he's been with other good players like Spencer Dinwiddie and say what you want on Spencer Dinwiddie. He's a very good point guard.
Yeah. Also, did get punched by Draymond, so that's a
that's a plus.
That's shocking.
I'm still waiting for that footage of Bobby Portis sucker punching Nikola Mirotic from 2017.
Well,
still waiting for that.
That brings up something for me. We're talking about the Wolves here, who have suffered and suffered and suffered and suffered. We are very, very privileged when it comes to the basketball world. You being a Bulls fan.
You a Celtics fan.
Me a Celtics fan. I understand the Bulls have not been great. Doesn't matter. They're still the Bulls. You know what I mean?
They're still the Bulls. We still had Derrick Rose and Jimmy Butler.
By the way, I get it. All right. I understand. We just said I'm a Celtics fan. I understand, people. There's a story behind it. There's a reason. You can yell at me later.
I mean, I'm over here in a UNLV Tark the Shark shirt.
You're an idiot. That's gonna be your hairdo soon. Look at that. Yeah, that's gonna be you.
But Paul, isn't the goal to sell out so we have a weekly show in the ESPN name. Las Vegas?
You said ESPN... that. You said that a couple years ago. You said the sellout. That's our name.
Well, no call, no show was also my thing too.
Yeah, I stole
accidentally no call, no show to a job one day.
I absolutely stole it and gave you the middle finger. I was like, nah, it's too good. I'm taking
whatever.
It. I'm taking it. Nah, no, I was
good.
taking it.
No, it's good. It's a good name.
I just thought because the NFL, a lot of players get hurt every week, but I guess it would work for the NBA too because a lot of players just sit out for no goddamn reason whatsoever.
Speaking of sitting out, so I watched the preseason game the other day of Bulls versus New Orleans.
You really don't have a life.
Zion looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. I like what the Pelicans have done. Let's transition to the Pelicans. I know it's not on the list, but who cares? I love what they've done because I get they're not going to win with McCollum and Nance Jr. and Zion.
They're going to be so much fun to watch, though.
They're going to be fun to watch. They're going to get a crowd, which I don't think now they're going to move because of this core. I don't think now any chance of them moving out the window.
And here's the thing. They'll always have a puncher's chance in a playoff series because they have Ingram. They have dogs on the team, like Alvarado.
Alvarado's great.
I hated watching UVA play Georgia Tech because of Alvarado because I just knew he's good for 2 to 3 steals a game. I hated playing them.
I just like what they did because they said this is our core. These are our guys. We're gonna pay them. They believe in them. Believing in somebody is half of it, in my opinion. The guy can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't believe in him,
well, then on top of that, on the bench they got Herb Jones, who's a phenomenal on-ball defender.
He has to smoke.
Then they have Trey Murphy, who's an astounding shooter for his size.
All right, there comes the bias again. You're right, but I'm absolutely going to call you out on it.
Oh no, that's fair. But and then they have Valanciunas, who's a very, very underrated center.
Yeah, I feel for him. He did all those years in Toronto and got traded, and they won. I mean, I get
Memphis for a year.
I get you can say the same thing with DeRozan, but Valanciunas actually played with that team. He actually spent time with
Did Valanciunas get a ring?
He should have. I don't know if he accepted it, because some players don't accept it, but because he spent time with that team, he was on the official roster for that team. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
like if you spent, for instance, I don't know if this is like this in basketball, but in baseball last year, Carl Edwards Jr. he won a ring with the Cubs in 2016. He was actually supposed to make the final out, but then he blew it. And they had to bring in something Montgomery. I don't remember his name. I think it was Montgomery. He was a left-handed pitcher. And Carl Edwards Jr. then pitched, I believe, 10 pitches, got 2 outs for the Braves last year, got a ring. He's got 2 rings now. It's the way to do it right there.
Patrick McCaw's got what, 3?
Yeah, but I'd say he worked for the Warriors once. He was good on those Warriors teams. He would play, he'd come in, he was part of the rotation. Raptors, he wasn't. He was sitting with Jeremy Lin eating popcorn at the end of the bench.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The Wolves for me, they don't seem to know what they're doing.
As I like to put it, they're on a treadmill of mediocrity.
Yeah,
Their trade, it increased the speed a little bit, but it's like they're still not going anywhere.
No, they're absolutely.
They'll still be in that play-in range to like 5th to 4th seed range, in my opinion, unless they prove otherwise.
You know what this means?
What?
We're gonna sweep the playoffs, and we're gonna look like real idiots.
Oh, probably. Should I put a futures bet in right now?
You're an idiot. Oh, let's add that. We're gonna add that at the end. You and your bets. All right, Walker, you watched it. I saw the highlights. You take it away.
All right. So Victor Wembanyama. Listen, I am not one that gets very hype about prospects. The only prospects I've been like this excited about: Luka, Zion, and who else? Who else did I get really excited about?
Luka's butt. You're a big fan of Luka's butt, is what you are.
I listen. For 2 years leading up to that 2019 draft, I was saying Luka is the fucking best player in this draft, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Yeah. And look who ends up being right. He
stretched your throat.
But Victor is in that range of players where I'm like, no, like this guy is gonna be something in this league. And if you watch the replay, Corey Alexander says that. So a lot of the comps for Victor have been, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis.
I did not see that.
I've seen that a couple places.
No, I've seen it. I don't understand it though. I don't see how they're the similar.
It's the size and the shooting.
Yeah, but one's physical, the other is afraid.
Yeah, and but Corey Alexander said it perfectly, and this is where a little bias comes out because I'm a huge Virginia fan. But if you go back and watch tape, it makes sense. Corey Alexander said that Victor Wembanyama reminds him a lot of Ralph Sampson, because Ralph Sampson was way ahead of his time. 7'4" center that could, dribble the ball, bring the ball up the court, could pass a little bit, had a really, really fluid jumper. In his first game against the G League Ignite team, Victor hit like 5 threes.
Hit 7. I think he hit 7 threes.
He hit 7. Beautiful jumper. It is one of the
It is.
Like, here's the thing, because Porzingis could shoot coming into the NBA, but his jumper looked a little clunky. Right? Kevin Durant, it worked for him, but looked clunky. Victor's jumper is so fluid, and the way he can move with the ball, it is alien. This is the only way I know how to describe it. And if you go back and watch a lot of Ralph Sampson tape, he was doing a lot of this stuff in the 80s, before he got hurt. Had Ralph Sampson not gotten hurt, we'd probably be talking about him as like a top 3 center all time.
Yeah, but his knees decided not to allow that one. His
knees
were ahead of his time.
Back.
His knees were ahead of his time.
Yeah.
One problem for me, and I'm only doing this because I'm playing devil's advocate here. 4 rebounds. He had 5 blocks.
Okay, yes. Okay. Do you want to know who was on him from G League Ignite?
No.
Eric Mika.
Oh God. Oh, disgusting.
He played at BYU. No, and I was texting some people about this.
Oh, Victor has AIDS now. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh.
But so the thing with Victor, he's also 17, freshly 18 years old. He's a young kid, and he's 18. Yeah. He's 7'4", has a 7'8" wingspan. He was not 7'4" 6 months ago. He was 7'2". He's not done growing.
If he keeps growing though, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna get too tall.
Yeah, he's gonna get too tall. But the thing is though, he also still has, here's the thing, Paul, you need to plug in your computer, by the way.
Do I? Holy cow. All right, keep talking. I'm going to go get my plug. It's over there. Just keep saying what you're saying. Whoa.
But Victor, like any NBA weight room will add at least 5 to 10 pounds of muscle guaranteed. So he still has playing time. And again, he is not done growing. He is still a teenager. He still has plenty of time to add weight. He will be fine in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I mean, when he gets into a actual, I understand in France, they're big in basketball now. They have proper weight rooms. There's nothing like the NBA. When he gets into an NBA weight room,
exactly. Like I remember people worry about Chet Holmgren coming in. Now Chet, of course, is injured for the season, so we're about to see the tank job of the century from the Thunder and Sam Presti.
Yeah, we are.
So Adam Silver did a press conference today about encouraging teams not to tank for Victor, and Sam Presti's over there just like, Shay, don't even bother coming.
Well, then you want to know what Adam Silver shouldn't have done? Maybe he shouldn't have gone to Abu Dhabi. Maybe he should have instead stayed at home and not invited Victor, whatever his last name is, to come over.
They're in Vegas.
I know.
They're in Vegas playing.
Maybe he shouldn't have invited that team. I'm saying he didn't personally, but the NBA did, and he's the commissioner. Maybe they shouldn't have done that, because what you just did was you just brought the prodigy kid over here and showed him off in Vegas to where everybody could get on a 5-hour plane
against the projected number 2.
Yeah, Scoot Henderson
in next year's draft.
How'd he look?
And Scoot, he looked good. I can't remember his stats. Let me pull him up, but he looked really good too. Like if Victor wasn't in this draft, Scoot would be number 1, easy.
I don't know. 4 rebounds doesn't do it for me. If you can't get Eric Mika off the floor with rebounding,
this was game 2 is the stats I'm reading, because ESPN has their G League thing, so it's weird. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Scoot slammed his knee into Victor 5 minutes.
Solid.
5 minutes in and left the game.
Solid. That's one thing. I will give Victor all the credit on the planet. He said he is not shutting his season down. Hallelujah. I am done with people. I'm done with AAU for starters, because it's aging kids' knees like unbelievable. But I'm so done. I'm so done with people sitting out. I'm just done with it. I don't understand it. You should look forward to playing.
All right. Do you want to hear Scoot's stats for game 1?
Yeah. What are these?
31 minutes, 28 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, 11 of 21 from the field, 2 steals, 2 of 3 from 3, 4 of 6 from the line, 2 turnovers, 1 foul. That's pretty good.
So 2 knees, he's pretty damn good.
And he was going at Victor, like going at him at the rim.
See, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm a big fan of that. Because if he can finish in the paint, he'll have a job in this league. Because that's a thing now. That's a thing now that honestly it seems a lot harder to do than shooting a damn 3. It doesn't seem many people can finish at the rim anymore.
Especially over a big man too.
It's like, I'm not gonna say Curry's short, but it seems like the shorter players can actually finish, and then the taller ones just fumble everything and just die on the way to the rim. They don't know what to do.
Because the shorter players know that they need to be crafty. That they need to I can't just try and just yam it on everyone a la Mac McClung. I can't just dunk every single basket I have. I have to do a layup or something.
Excuse me, but neither can, I don't know, who's tall who just fumbles. Jason Tatum. All the finals, every bit of the finals last year. The second the ball was hit out of his hand, I get he was going for the fouls because he's drama queen, but the second he was touched, it was over. He went flying into the dugout and would pass out.
You said dugout in relation to basketball.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And people are going to understand what I mean. Listen, the postseason starts Friday, okay? I am in a full swing of things. We got 12:07 Rays Indians, 2 o'clock's the other game, 4 o'clock, and then 8 o'clock. My Friday
the Guardians?
is booked. No, Indians. Come on. Yeah, I mean the Guardians. I honestly, I've hit a point to where I don't care. I just don't like. I've cared enough too long now. I'm ready to move on to new things. To whine and complain about. But he's gonna be a dog. Like
Oh
that.
yeah, no.
That's
Victor's gonna be great. So is Scoot.
Scoot's got the name. He's part of my name algorithm.
Okay.
Over time we'll learn the name algorithm. Yeah, Scoot's got the name. You see what? By the way, because he's French, this reminds me. You see what France is trying to convince Joel Embiid to do?
They've won him, I think.
Yeah, they want him bad because then they can pair him up with
Gobert.
Victor, Gobert, and they got a couple guards whose names I don't remember now. A Fournier. Who else?
Isn't Killian Hayes French?
Yeah, he sucks.
Killian Hayes isn't bad though.
Walker. They drafted a point guard 2 years in a row to get rid of this guy. They took him, and then they took what's his name, Kay Cunningham, and then they took Jaden Ivey.
I forgot they took Jaden Ivey.
Yeah, they don't want Killian Hayes. You're gonna finish that thing 20 minutes into this recording. How many calories?
100.
That's not terrible.
Yeah,
Part
no,
of the
not bad.
part of the Walker Spirit diet right there. You got to give it the old Mexican painter's try.
My diet consists of going to Five Guys tomorrow. I am excited about that.
That means someone gets paid, is what that means.
Yeah, well, no, because of the bank I'm with now, I get my paycheck 2 days early.
Oh, yeah. So he goes to Five Guys and spends $30 on a damn hamburger and a milkshake.
So instead of getting paid on Fridays, I get paid on Thursdays.
So is the
I
day
get paid on Wednesdays.
Is the day you become an adult the day you stop considering Five Guys a luxury?
It will always be a luxury because you pay
really?
way too much for that burger. You pay way too much for that.
It's a joke. You pay so much for a burger, and then the fries are great, but then the bag to rip halfway to your damn car because there's so much grease. It happens without fail.
And then they stick the napkins in between the fries, so the napkins are useless.
Well, they do that on purpose.
I'm so excited though.
Well, that's a Walker's in my love connection here. Five Guys was like one of the first times we ever did something together. Hopped in an Uber, went to Five Guys.
Yeah, freshman year when we could have just walked. On all honesty,
why would we walk?
Good point. We didn't know at the time. We were stupid freshmen.
But why would we?
Exactly.
Though I did one time walk to Walmart because I'm too cheap. But yeah, I mean, Victor's a stud. In like to sum it up, he's gonna be a dog.
Bona fide number one pick. Call it right now. Tank the tank drop is gonna happen between the Spurs and the Thunder is out of this world. I wouldn't be shocked if teams lose their draft picks. How bad it's gonna get.
I do have to harper back to one thing. In a way, I understand the Timberwolves would never be bad enough to get the number one overall pick, but in a way, they kind of picked Gobert over this kid. Because I mean, you could suck enough, you could, and the lottery.
I mean, the Jazz could still trade all those picks I got from Minnesota to get into the lottery this year.
Get this damn kid right here. It wouldn't shock me if Danny Ainge did that. It wouldn't.
Take a swing on another French big.
Well, Danny, though, to be fair, he never seems, after he makes the big trade, he then never seems to make another trade. He seems to just be complacent. And I'm okay with that. Fair enough. But yeah, kid's a stud. This two blue things pissing me off, so I'm spinning the wheel.
Yeah, I was about to say something about that.
Dude, this offseason felt like it started 8 years ago.
It did.
Not
outside of the Gobert trade and the drama with Katie asking for a trade and the Nets owner being like, I'm wanted by the Chinese government, so you're not gonna punk me into this. No, you're gonna play for this damn team. Nothing really happened.
No, it was
and the way the NBA off seasons have worked ever since the decision happened a decade ago now. This is the most boring thing ever. Nothing happened.
Solomon Hill getting his $66 million deal with the Pelicans a couple years ago was more interesting than anything that happened this offseason.
Yeah, something like that. That happened.
That happened a couple years ago. That was 6 years ago when the cap
it's
exploded. But
I mean, DeJounte Murray got traded. Cool. I don't the Hawks are still gonna like lose in like the second round of the
Who they trade
playoffs.
for him? Was it John Collins or did they keep John
No,
Collins?
he's still
All
on the
right.
team.
That's a good trade then. I'm okay with it.
Their starting lineup is still like Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Collins, and Clint Capella.
That doesn't do anything for me, actually. I'm bored. I don't know. I'm bored.
But here's the thing, though. That team's whole success depends on if DeAndre Hunter can stay healthy for more than 20 games.
Didn't the NBA take them to Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, they played the Bucks today. I watched that game too.
Why that team? Why would you send LeBron to Vegas and not to Abu Dhabi? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
They Bucks, traded who did they traded Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, it was Huerter. Wow. Your internet.
I mean, hell, the fact that what my internet.
Well, you're so right there. What happened? Because I'm not that. So this whole part's getting edited out. Is you went So
nice.
All right, hold on. 3.
All right. Do you want to hear? Okay, this is the Hawks team as it is right now.
All right.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, Armani Brooks, Clint Capella, John Collins, Jarrett Culver, who's one of the biggest busts in recent histories.
And yeah, I feel bad for him.
Malik Ellison, Tyson Etienne, Trent Forrest, AJ Griffin, Aaron Holiday, Justin Holiday, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, Frank the Tank Kaminsky, Vit Krejci, I know I'm butchering that man's name, Tyrese Martin, DeJounte Murray, Onyeka Okongwu, Chris Sylvia, and Trae Young.
So they decided they're going to suck. You know why they're going to suck?
Why?
When the Bulls were at their lowest, they kept bringing back Aaron and Justin Holiday.
Yes, they did.
And now what have the Hawks done?
Bring back Aaron Justin. Well, okay, Aaron Holiday was never on the Bulls. Aaron's the youngest one.
Aaron and Justin Holiday, there's no difference. There isn't. They're both the same player.
One's 6 foot, one's 6'6". I think that's a big difference.
Walker, name one thing they do differently, except one's taller.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you. Like they're the same goddamn dude. How does that happen to? How did that happen in that family?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just, I guess, slow off season. We could put, I guess, Tyler Hero's deal in there. That happened. It's not really part of the off season, but
no, I saw somewhere that like it's a ton of incentives. Like he's not going to reach.
Wouldn't shock me if it was. I mean, please. Though,
and here's the thing: knowing the Heat, the second they think he's not going to produce anymore, they're going to ship him out.
Yeah, but doesn't the cap explode again, like next year in 2 years?
Not as much as people think it is. Like it's going to go up, yes, because they're finally like recovering from the money they lost from COVID, from when they shut down. Yeah. But like it's not going to be like 26. Nothing will compare to 2016 again. The big thing that's coming down the pipeline though is the expansion that is for sure going to happen in this decade. But Adam Silver said the league's not going to look at expansion until they deal with the new TV rights, which makes sense.
Fair. No, that's fair. That's 100% fair. Slow off season, so we might as well. You brought up expansion. LeBron's comments. How do you like that?
What did he say? I don't pay attention to what he says.
He said, "You're not a bad idea on your part." He was doing an interview after the Vegas game, or one of the Vegas games. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because he's part of the Fenway Sports Group, and they're looking to get a team in Vegas. Yes.
What pisses me off is, I don't think he knows where he wants to damn live. For goodness sakes, he left Cleveland to go to Miami. You would love Miami. I think we all know. Warm. Everyone is your skin tone. Everyone
no state income tax.
Everyone has your shitty haircut. I mean,
thank you.
Everyone has your shitty
and
mustache.
my shitty Pit Viper sunglasses, which are in my car.
That too, of course. There, in your electric car, you are just a douchebag. But like, I just, and then he goes back to Cleveland. He's like, all right, Miami's good. I'm gonna go back home, and then he goes to LA. And this is where I want to be. I'm gonna build my brand out in LA. I would like to bring an expansion team to Vegas. Damn place to live.
And play for said team.
Yeah, pick a place, dude. Come on. Like, stop with this whole, like, teasing.
Well, no, here's what's going to happen. If the expansion team in Vegas happens while he's still playing, he's just going to still live in LA. Vegas is only a 3-hour drive.
I don't care.
It's like an hour flight
You
if
don't
he takes
think
his
he's
private
not
jet.
gonna buy like the best penthouse in Trump Towers? Probably not Trump Towers, but I don't know. I don't remember any casino names
The
off the top of my head.
Venetian.
There you go. Yeah. You don't think he's not? Come on. That'll be chump change.
Yeah.
You see what Kris Jenner said the other day?
No, I really don't follow anything that
She
family says.
the new season of the Kardashians on Hulu is coming out, or it may have already be out. I don't know. But she was discussing the property she owns, and she owns a penthouse just for gift wrapping. It's fair. She's very rich. She can do that. I don't see anything wrong with that. She's made the money. She can spend it.
Yeah, it's not my money. I don't give a shit what you do
She was
with it.
talking to Khloe Kardashian, and she said, "But Khloe, the problem was I forgot I owned it." And Khloe was like, "You idiot! How could you forget?" And she's like, "Isn't that terrible? Isn't that absolutely terrible? I forgot I owned a penthouse. It was like $3.5 million penthouse."
Oh my god.
But like, I imagine that's LeBron or like Jordan. Like Jordan's house in Chicago that he's been on the market for 50 years at this point, or LeBron's house in Cleveland. I feel like he forgets he owns the damn thing, and he's like, "Should I live in Cleveland? Oh, that's right, I own this thing. I think I'm gonna head home now. Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, I like pick a place."
Yeah, it's like Vegas will get an expansion team. Like
Absolutely.
it's not a matter of it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Like I mean, sure, the Raiders in Vegas hasn't necessarily been the greatest thing in terms of like off-field stuff.
Well, I think honestly, the league's looking at that because let's be honest here. The NBA and the NFL, in terms of what people get arrested for, is kind of similar.
Yes. Well, outside of speeding and driving into people at 150 miles an hour.
Yes, but then the NHL, you kind of don't see that.
Yeah.
And so I think the league might be looking at that going,
or the WNBA either.
No one cares about that.
2022 champions.
Walker, no one cares. No one cares. Nobody cares. Do you want me to go on a rant about the WNBA? Do you want me to?
Quick question. Who do you think LeBron would rather have in 2 years? Victor or Anthony Davis?
Victor, who Wham Bam or
yes, Wembanyama.
Okay. I think he'd rather have the chair than Anthony Davis. So definitely Victor. Yeah. I think he'd rather have the open chair to be able to stretch his legs out on the bench. Because good Lord, Anthony Davis. Oh, he had to sit out with back tightness. Get your ass on the court.
Do you want to go into your thing about which players you like?
Like in terms of what names or?
No, because they play every game.
Oh, anybody that plays every game. And when I say every game, 70 to 82. In that range. Kawhi Leonard, I want to love him. Seems like the nicest dude on the planet. He can fuck off. Who else sits out all the goddamn time? LeBron, when he decided not to play that rest of the season, just cause. Get the hell out of here. Think about if he did. Think about how much closer he'd be to Kareem right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's sit out. Get the hell out of here.
What about Giannis? You like Giannis?
Love Giannis. Plays every night. Who sits out?
You like Luka? He plays every night too.
Luka does play every night. Like
Dame
Chris
plays
Paul.
every night.
Dame plays every night. Chris Paul plays every night.
Devin Booker plays every night.
Devin Booker does play every night. Ayton plays every night.
Jimmy Butler plays every night.
There's the thing. Slow
season. No.
The Suns are idiots. They got played so hard.
Aiden wants out of Phoenix so bad. He and Monty Williams apparently did not talk to each other the entire summer. Not once.
Imagine growing up in Arizona, going to Arizona, getting drafted by the Arizona team, and you want to leave? That's a problem in house. And that's not Robert Sarver. All right. That's just a whole
that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole team thing. That's a problem.
You see what Chris Paul said? He said, I didn't learn anything from that series against the Mavericks. Like, they literally ended your run. Like, that window for the Suns is closed.
What I learned was, as much as Chris Paul is a great player, he's never winning the title.
No, he's not. Especially with the comment that, like I said, like that he said, I didn't learn anything from that series. Like, your nickname is literally the point god. Like, in your
well, CP3. Come on.
Yeah, he's not point guard anymore.
No,
but like I don't what happened? Because last year, or I guess now 2 seasons ago, like when they were playing the Bucks in the finals, like it came down to Giannis's knee not blowing out.
Yeah, I can't get over a team that was in the finals 2 years ago getting played by the Pacers. I almost said Spurs. Getting played by the damn Pacers. The Pacers have been relevant since Paul George. That was when we were in high
Like
school.
the Pacers took the play that the Nets did to the Wizards. You remember when
Yeah,
Otto Porter Jr. was a
yeah.
free agent and they got Otto Porter Jr. $100 million contract?
My thing was that was 3 years. I
It
get
was only 3 years.
Aiton's 4. I get that's only one extra. That's a big deal in basketball. One extra year. That's a big deal.
It is, especially on who has that option. If it's a team or a player option,
Dude can't shoot.
you can't shoot, like
when they use him, they look good. They don't want to use him.
as someone who likes to partake in gambling.
Partake.
I am always so tempted to do Aiden double every night, and you want to know he can't seem to do some nights. Get a double. He get 10 rebounds. He's the number 1 pick. And listen, if you redo that 2019 draft, I would still, if I'm the Suns, I would still pick Aiden 1.
Yeah.
I'd still pick him 1. It made sense. Listen, Luka, yes, he did play off ball in Europe all the time.
Luka and Devin Booker would be bad.
It would just be bad defensively. Aiden still makes sense, but Luka would go 2 in that draft to the Kings.
Yeah.
But like, this is a number 1 pick, and you're telling me he can't make an All NBA?
They won't let him make an All NBA. He absolutely could. They won't.
He could.
Dude, imagine being such a shit show. You have Jay Crowder sitting out.
Jay Crowder wants a trade.
It's Jay Crowder. Imagine having a bench player. Imagine having a bench player go, yeah, I'm
Jay Crowder started.
I don't care. He's a bench player. Imagine having a bench player. I think I'm going to hold out. Get the hell out of here. You are in shambles. Shambles as a team. Monty Williams is a great coach. He has no idea what he's doing.
Monty Williams is a good coach, but I'm quickly realizing with him, like, he might not have the whole ego management thing down.
He was with the Thunder. When he was on the Thunder, the only player there was Chris Paul and Steven Adams. Steven Adams has the least amount of ego in the league.
I love Steven Adams. Great player.
The dude, when he was with the Pelicans, right? I think he coached when they were the Hornets. I think they were the New Orleans Hornets when he was there. Or were they? Did he coach them? Who else did he coach?
I think they're still the New Orleans Hornets. So he had Chris Paul there too. He and Chris Paul have a relationship.
Great. Who else did they have? Eric Gordon? Dude's got
they had Tyson Chandler for a hot second.
No ego there. Tyson Chandler's no ego. None of that. Like, he hasn't coached to do with an ego. I mean, you could say Chris Paul has an ego. He's earned the ego.
Well, that's the thing too. Do you remember that video that came out a couple years ago? Devin Booker in Southern runs was getting mad at people for doubling him. Do you want to know what do you want to know what the Mavericks did to Devin Booker?
They tripled him.
Yeah, no, they doubled him. And guess what? Yeah. He didn't know what to do.
Couldn't do it. And I'm shocked about that, by the way, because for years it was him and only him. And then they brought in like Tyler Ulis, who hit a game winner, and it was like, oh yeah. And then it was him again. And so he should know how to deal with 5-on-1.
Tank commander there for a second.
Campaign's still there. Campaign is a big player actually on that team. But like Devin Booker should know how to play 5-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the player for Kentucky who was the athletic? Archie Goodwin. Was that his name?
Yes.
Point guard. When he is your starting point guard and putting up 20 points, you're not a good team. It's 5-on-1. If he's able to score 20 and you're still able to average 28, but yet when another team doubles you, you don't know what to do.
Because you refuse to allow yourself to get doubled in like summer runs where, you're supposed to be getting better.
Yeah.
Like, and he had a 70-point game, his second year in the league?
Something like that. I torched myself. They still lost. That's the sad thing to me. And that's not on him. That's not on him.
Not on him.
It's just, I don't know.
Also, I'm tired of the Devin Booker as a future star discourse. He's been in the league.
He is a future star.
Since 2015?
Yeah.
He was on that Portland at Kentucky in 2015.
He was drafted at 17 because of his age. Like his birthday fell in a weird. He was drafted at 17, I want to say. Or
he's been in the league now, Paul. He's been in the league now. Yeah, not like 8-9 years. He is a star.
But in terms of age, he's not supposed to hit like his peak
prime
still. Like he's still too
for another
young.
like what 3 years?
No, I think it's another 2 years. It's
But
kind of
yeah,
weird.
still he's still technically young. He's still gonna get another like 2 max contracts.
Yeah, I know. He should. His parents planned that birth at a nice time.
Paul, you know I've always said that there should be an agent wing of the Hall of Fame.
You're an idiot.
Put his agent in his first ballot.
Put Cristiano Felicios in as the
Cristiano
Letterman.
Felicios. Again, Cristiano Felicios is probably like the nicest dude on the planet.
Cristiano Felicio and Jim Boylan are sore subjects around one of us. All right. The offseason sucked. It was boring.
Yeah,
there were no Woj
sucked.
bombs. It was boring. Early season favorites. I'm gonna be biased. Celtics.
So they got too much stuff going on, but yes, I see it, especially if Hauser and Brogdon are as advertised in that one game.
You don't think Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are loving this?
I would say it takes pressure off of them.
Yeah, I mean, if I were them,
I will always say though, Jaylen Brown is the better player.
You're right and wrong.
And I get why I'm right and wrong. I'm right because Jaylen Brown statistically gets better every season in some facet, but Jason Tatum is the first option on offense.
What pissed me off was that he was an All NBA first team last year, but Tatum, Celtics, Lakers, Bucks. I'm gonna throw Timberwolves in there just because they made the trade. They're fun to talk about.
I'm gonna say Miami. I think Duncan Robinson finds his shot again.
My winner
and
of the
Brooklyn.
West. My winner of the West, though, and this is also going to go under title contenders for me. Even though they traded Will Barton, Denver Nuggets.
Yes, they're healthy.
I don't know. I feel good. I feel good about it. Murray's back. I don't know. Maybe he'll get some action. And
he'll be a director.
He'll get some more action. Cut. Yeah,
if you know.
I feel really good about the Nuggets.
All right. What about your East winner?
My East winners. Heat. Heat or Cavs.
Okay, that makes sense because that was the other thing we didn't talk about the offseason. This offseason, like fucking Donovan Mitchell got traded. We didn't even remember that.
Honest to God, I didn't really care. I understand it makes the Cavs better, and I understand it puts them more relevant. I don't care. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm not excited about it. The only reason why I'm excited about Gobert Towns is because maybe we could actually see Towns' full offensive ability now.
Yeah, like we could maybe see like that, like Kentucky Towns again.
Yeah, and I'm happy about that. Right. So I don't know. Nets are gonna do nothing for me. Knicks will have a bounce back, but they'll get eliminated.
They'll still lose in the first round if they make it.
Yeah. What about for you? What are you looking at?
All right, my West winner. See, my West winner is tough because so this also kind of falls in title contender. So my title contender is gonna be the Warriors.
Fair enough.
Because they have like 3 top 10 picks just sitting on the bench.
And then Patrick Baldwin, who's
he's a project, but when he's done, he's gonna be good.
Yeah, 6'10",
but
small forward, get that out of here.
And there's no pressure on him either.
And his nickname's PBJ, so he's peanut butter and jelly. Think about it.
I might make that after we finish recording.
Solid move. If he becomes good, when he scores, they could peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly. Like it just writes itself.
Yeah, but no, my winner for the West, I'm gonna put it's a toss up between Dallas and Denver.
Okay.
For the same reason you said Denver, they're healthy.
Yep.
And Michael, I'm forgetting their point guard's name now.
Jamal
Murray's healthy. Michael Porter Jr. is going to be healthy.
Well, he's healthy now.
Well, yeah, we'll see how long that back holds up.
God.
Throwback to the great Michael Porter Jr. mystery of 2019.
Nathan Hale.
But yeah, no, but they'll be healthy. I think it's tough because Luka is also coming into the season in shape because he played Eurobasket. Remember how good he came into the season last year because of the Olympics? He's coming in even better shape. He's actually taking things seriously, not eating Chick-fil-A every other day.
Is Jokic coming in shape, or is he playing himself in shape?
It's Jokic.
Because if he plays himself in shape, they're gonna win. If he comes in shape, I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that's true. But it's and then my East like title contender. Brooklyn, not Brooklyn. Well, Brooklyn because they have Durant, but Brooklyn and Milwaukee
Brooklyn because they had
because
Joe Harris, and Milwaukee because they had Deeke.
Paul, we have a Rob Perez bomb.
Oh, here we go. Worldwide.
John Wall has returned the Dougie.
Yeah, that reminds me. How about them Clippers? Are they gonna? Do you care about them? Because I don't care about
No,
them.
I don't give a shit about the Clippers.
I'm so like I get
Playoff
it.
P.
They want pandemic P. They want their own stadium, and they're building their own stadium. They don't deserve it. They're not gonna sell out, dude. I honestly, people cared about the Clippers when they were Lob City. I don't think because it was Lob City. I think because they hadn't been around for so long that it was like, you know how people like hop on trends and stuff these days? It was a trend and people are like, "Oh, the Clippers, it's fun." And it's worn off. It's boring. It's done. Quiet.
I think if there's any team that relocates
team.
anytime soon, it's going to be the Clippers.
I could see them going to Vegas because LA is not big enough for Clippers.
No, they won't. Ballmer will move them to Seattle because he used to be head of Microsoft. They're based in Seattle.
Yeah.
Like if a team gets moved to Seattle, it's going to be the Clippers. And honestly, they should. There's too many damn pro teams in Los Angeles.
Yeah. What do you think the Kings are going to do?
Be the Kings, be the most mediocre team to ever walk the face of this earth.
So now I gotta,
in our 16 years.
Now I gotta ask you, if they get the number one pick, how sad are you gonna be?
I don't think.
Dude, they fucked up Halliburton. How do you do that?
Yeah, they did. Like they could have easily kept
Fox and Halliburton.
Davion Mitchell, Fox, and Halliburton. Just put Halliburton at the 3, Fox at the 2, Mitchell at the 1.
Absolutely.
Like
they
hard.
If they get good old Victor.
If they get Victor, I think he needs to pull an Eli Manning and like refuse to play. He does.
Not signing the contract. Yeah. And I by the way, you reminded me of the Warriors. Completely forgot about them. I don't know how I did that.
You just assume they're gonna win, so you're like, I don't need to think about them.
I think the Nets are gonna suck dick. To be honest with you.
I think there's gonna be too much drama going on with the Knicks.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The Nets will be better than the Magic, but I don't think by much.
I really don't think so either. I think the ship has sailed on Kyrie Irving. I think everyone recognizes like he's like
useless. Useless.
He's a bad teammate. Like, listen, I get NBA players like him, but from a like team building perspective, he's the last person you want on your team. I'd rather have Bruno Caboclo, who's still 2 years away from being 2 years away.
I think the reason people like him in the league is because, and I don't know the guy, so this could be he could be the nicest person on the planet. And he does some weird things with Sage. All power to him. Do whatever you want, buddy. But there's a saying where it's sometimes better to have people think you're stupid than to open your mouth and prove it. He's opened his mouth way too many times and proved it. You play with him, no spotlights on you. Like, let's be realistic. Nobody talked about Durant until he requested a trade. Imagine that.
No, everyone gave him the benefit of like, if only his foot was like an inch shorter.
But imagine you are such a controversial figure that nobody talks about Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Or James Harden.
How about, there you go, 76ers. What do you think? I'm not.
I think this is it. I think this is it for Doc. They either make the finals or he's like done in the NBA. I really do.
A lot of people say he's a Hall of Fame coach.
I mean, he is. Yes,
Shouldn't be.
Okay, but let's be honest. Like the bar for the Naismith Hall of Fame, Paul. You and I.
We're gonna get in it for this. Yeah, we're gonna get in it for this because we've contributed to basketball by talking about it.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we're gonna get in for this.
I want when on our Ducks tournament, I want this specific bit playing. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. My dad
Told you.
told
But
you.
no, but like the bar's low for the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it is.
But like like Doc, he'll get in.
I look at the 76ers and it's either I get Embiid as Embiid.
That window's closing on Embiid fast, and no one wants to talk about that. That window is closing fast. They got another 2 years in him, I think.
They've hit a point where it's either you trade him and you restart, or you trade
And
everything and you go for it. And Tobias Harris is not helping.
Any trade they want to make, they need to trade Tobias Harris. And I get that, yes, they want to keep him for his rebounding and his, like, potential shooting, that he can, maybe go off for 30 points a game. Paul, when was the last time you saw him go off for 30?
30. Tennessee. I don't know, the Pistons.
It's probably way more like
Magic.
recent than that, but like you're not thinking like, oh, I want the ball in Tobias Harris's hands.
The problem is they don't have Boban anymore. Toby and Bobby got broken up. That ended it.
You want to know what the Sixers team needs?
Bobby.
Headband Mike Scott.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah.
Or headband Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. I just look at it this way. How bad have the Baltimore Orioles been the last couple of years, excluding this season? They had a winning record this season. But Walker, how bad were they?
Pretty bad.
They were the worst team in baseball. They're the number one pick, I think, 3 straight years. 100 wins.
That's abysmal.
100 lost seasons, I think, 3 years in a row. They didn't have a winning record since 2016 until yesterday, when they finished the season with a winning record.
Jeez.
Now, that all started because they decided to pay Chris Davis instead of Nelson Cruz. All right?
What did the Sixers decide?
What did the Sixers do? The Sixers decided to pay Tobias Harris instead of Jimmy Butler. How has that worked? Nelson Cruz is not Jimmy Butler. He's not as controversial. He doesn't. Okay.
Jimmy Butler controversial, though?
No, Jimmy Butler's right. But you know what I mean? Like, it's the parallels to me are so similar to where, the Orioles. Yeah. It's like, I get the Orioles did not have a Joel Embiid type player. They were paying some people to be that. They traded their Embiid. Machado. They traded their Embiid. And that's where the 76ers are getting from me. They got to trade their Machado, Embiid, or they got to go all in. And
that one is the thing is,
they're not going all in with that contract.
The trade value with like Matisse Thybulle, fucking gone.
Gone. Yeah,
it is gone. No, if they wanted to trade him, they needed to do it a year and a half ago. Not now. Like, you'd be lucky to get a second-round pick for him at this point. Because here's the thing. Thybulle is such a non-factor on offense. So again, do you want to know what FanDuel has put his like over/under for made threes in a game at some point?
0.5.
It's at 0.5, which is essentially like he needs to make 1.
Yeah.
I've seen his point totals be
Under
put
10.
at 1.5 or just to score once. He is such a non-factor.
The thing that got me was, I remember an interview with him. I think it was with JJ Redick or something. I think he said he was afraid to do layups as a kid. That's fine. At one point, and I'm not an NBA player, I was afraid to do layups. I would rather shoot the 3 than do a layup at one point in my life, because
I'd rather brick a wide open 3 than attempt a left-handed layup, and I will admit that right here and now.
But he said he corrected it. I don't know if he's corrected it. I really don't.
What do you think happens first? Ben Simmons hits 4 threes in a game, or Matisse Thybulle makes a layup in a game that's not wide open on his off steal?
I don't think either of them do that. I think who plays meaningful minutes first. I don't think either of them do that either.
Yeah.
I look, with Thybulle and Simmons, the 76ers knew if we throw them 2 out there, no one's scoring on us. At least no guards are scoring on us.
And that's my biggest issue with Ben Simmons as a player. Like, I'm totally fine with him like being a non-factor shooting. He could be a monster on defense if he would put in. Yeah, he is. He could be defensive player of the year. But guess what? He doesn't want to put in effort every play.
I look at that team and I just think, you're the Orioles. That's what comes to my mind. I'm going, you are getting ready. Because before the Orioles were the Orioles, what were the 76ers? They were the Orioles. They were the worst team in the league 15 straight years. That's not true, but they were terrible. Remember the What,
Okafor, Nerlens
what's,
Noel.
what was it? Trust the process. Trust the process.
Yes,
And
the process hasn't fucking worked.
well, it has. It brought winning basketball, which I think is
Yeah,
all they
it
can
did,
ask for.
but like, yeah,
You can only ask for a chance. They've had a chance, but you look and you go, all right, we've done some. The Orioles, they made it to the ALCS, right? That's one away from the World Series. Yeah, the 76ers haven't made it to the conference championship, but not
yeah, they
conference.
haven't.
Is it what's
Conference
the one
finals?
conference finals? Thank you, conference finals. But they're getting ready to where it's put up or shut up, and I think they have to shut up. That's just I don't.
They have to shut up, or they need to trade Tobias. And I don't know why they don't want to trade Tobias. If I could redo that offseason, if I'm the Sixers, I pay Jimmy Butler whatever he wants. I give that man a blank check.
I mean, this has got me thinking early season favorites. We could do this for MVP. I think he's going to be MVP.
Who do you think's going to be
Jimmy.
Embiid? Oh, Jimmy?
I have Jimmy. It's going to be Jimmy, and Luka's the right answer here. But I don't, just his hair, everything about him this season just seems like, listen, I've shown everything I said is right. This year, I'm going to go and I'm going to do anything I want. If I want to average 40,
it's going to be like Chicago Jimmy all over again.
If I want to average 40 and shoot the ball 15 times every possession, Spoelstra's not going to stop me.
No, and people are still going to give Jimmy Butler crap for that three he took at the end of the game against the
great
Celtics.
Three. There's a great three.
I take that shot every time. Every time you take that shot.
He was going for the dagger. He knew they weren't. Listen,
he knew they couldn't win in overtime.
No, they weren't. They weren't going to win in overtime. No chance they were going to win in overtime. That was the shot. He had to do it. I love the shot.
You'd replay that last play 100 times. He probably makes it 40 of those times.
Well, I like the shot, of course, because I'm a Celtics fan. But in terms of, is it a bad shot? No, great shot.
It's not too.
I get Butler's on a 3-point shooter. I don't care. Don't care. He's open. Take the damn shot. All right. Yeah. We've been recording for like an hour, so we should probably hurry this.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow morning.
I can't speak. Best moves, title contenders. Best moves, title contenders. Support Ukraine.
Best moves.
Wait a minute. Is it Russia red?
Yes.
So we have yellow, blue, and red.
Russia, but the third color in Russia is white.
There's white where it says best moves, and there's white in the middle where the wheel spins.
All right, whatever. They're losing the war anyway.
Yeah, they are.
Getting asses kicked.
Best moves though. Utah.
I mean, yeah, Utah made out with a steal.
Lakers, Beverly. What do you think? Pacers. Honestly, my best move. Pacers giving Ayton the contract.
Yes.
That's because it fucked the Suns. It takes them out. They have no room.
And they still might trade Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
I mean, best moves.
There really wasn't many, was I? Sexton?
Magic getting the first pick.
I think they picked the wrong player, but sure.
I think Paolo fits, but I still would have rather drafted Chet.
Look,
worst move. Jabari Smith going to Houston was probably the worst thing that could happen to him.
Look, Chet grew up playing with the point guard of
Suggs.
The Suns. Suggs. You draft him, you have a chance to pick his childhood friend. So what do? You don't do it. Most magic thing I've ever seen.
Well, do you remember Suggs apparently almost came back to play with Chet?
Yeah.
If Suggs comes back to that Gonzaga team, they win the national title.
Yes, that's one of the best teams ever put together. I think best move is OKC. Now, worst move.
Actually, notice Dallas getting Jaden Hardy at like 32 in the second round.
Yeah, and not paying Brunson 80 trillion. Now, you could say worst move is them not paying him last year.
Yes, and not locking him up.
But still, the Knicks overpaid.
And then getting Christian Wood for kind of pennies on the dollar when you think about it.
Christian Wood's a good player. I like Christian Wood. I'm a big
fan. Like Detroit got Jaden Ivey.
Jaden, he's my guy.
Detroit's gonna win 25 games this year, Paul.
That's dude, who would have saw that coming? Uh,
Our friend Logan.
Raise a banner. Jaden Ivey, I love, my favorite player in the draft. And I like that he went to Detroit because for some reason it just fits me for him. Or fits him for me. I don't know. Best moves.
Nothing. I mean, yeah, there wasn't any really ground
For
breaking
me,
things.
Damian Lillard, not the Trailblazers, but Damian Lillard getting $1 trillion. Didn't he sign a new massive deal for no reason?
Best move for me, I'd say
Tyler Hero.
and I don't give a shit. No, Brooklyn keeping Durant, Joe Tsai not getting punked.
Sure.
I mean, if I'm Brooklyn, I would have traded Durant and be like, give me 10 years with a first round picks and then
Nobody would
5
do it,
of pick swaps.
Nobody would do it.
Like, no, but dude, but you're saying no one can get mad at you for asking that because it's fucking Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I get it. But
now here's the thing: if it was Kevin Durant 5 years ago, I would do that trade because it's Kevin Durant 5 years younger.
I just love Kevin Durant, love him, but no, I don't do that for LeBron. I don't do that for Jordan. Walker's getting tired, and then he's making me yawn. I don't do that for anybody.
Actually, no. Best move is Detroit because their whole offseason because they got the center from Memphis in the draft too.
Didn't they? Yeah, because the
you got Jalen Duren.
The Knicks decided they didn't want him, or the Hornets decided, and then the Knicks were like, "Nah, I didn't get that."
The Hornets not re-signing Miles Bridges.
All right, listen. Basketball wise, terrible move.
But everything else wise,
yes. But basketball wise, it's not a good move.
Yeah, but there's also no guarantee he's going to be available to play those games.
Well, let's be honest. Contavious Caldwell-Pope had to wear an ankle monitor. He still found a way. Miles Bridges,
but that was a way different situation.
Miles Bridges can figure it out.
No, I'm not endorsing drunk driving, but KCP was driving drunk on his own property.
Are you endorsing drunk driving?
I'm endorsing do whatever the hell you want on your own property.
Sounds like you're endorsing drunk driving. Here's what it sounds
like. That's not my business what you do on your own property. That's not my business.
So if somebody like murders somebody on their own property, then
okay, well, yeah, don't murder someone. But
I had to be devil's advocate there.
God, why weren't you a philosophy major?
Philosophy major, that would be the day. Yeah, me and Aristotle next to each other. What do you think? Listen, Walker, my eyes are wide open. But
I mean, like,
eyes wide.
The best teams didn't make a whole lot of moves.
No, because they're set in a way. Like, I mean,
like Milwaukee, they let Middleton get healthy.
You could say maybe not a best move for James Harden. Best move for the 76ers. They didn't have to pay him a lot. They had to pay him a lot, but not what he's actually worth.
They're gonna have to pay Maxey though.
God, he's such a good player.
I love Tyrese Maxey. I absolutely love him. No, he and Bones Highland are my two favorite young guards in the league right now.
Bones Highland was my screensaver for a while, only because I found a cool picture of where it was like him in his Nuggets uniform, and then it was just Bones holding a basketball with like fireworks going off behind him.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And I was like, yeah, I like that. I don't know. I don't know. I just nothing happened, dude. I'm sorry. I get there were trades, but I don't care.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell trade happened. I guess that's a good move. They moved on from Sexton.
Do you care really overall about these trades?
Hell no.
Okay, and the reason why we don't have to talk about them is whose podcast is this? It's ours.
It's our podcast. Yeah, exactly. All right.
So that's what we're gonna do. Because I'm bored of best moves. Because who cares? Early overreactions. Lakers winning it all.
My early overreaction is that this isn't really an early overreaction. This might be an overreaction. I think the Warriors are gonna. Everyone thinks the Warriors are gonna trade Draymond, but in all actuality, they're gonna trade Clay.
Okay.
It's gonna just come out. Woj Shams is gonna tweet it, or Bill Simmons is gonna tweet it 2:00 in the morning. No one's gonna see it for 3 hours, and then everyone's going to be like, "Fucking Klay Thompson just got traded. What the fuck?"
Oh well, Bill Simmons will do it if it's Klay to the Celtics.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine?
I can already hear him in his
Can you
voice.
imagine?
Bill, if you're listening, please pick us up.
Yeah, the Ringer's great, Bill. I don't know if you have to pay a subscription to be on it, but if you do, I'm not gonna pay it. But it's still great.
Grantland was awesome.
Never saw it. Awesome. What do you want from me? Yeah, Lakers for me, just because it's LeBron, it's Anthony Davis.
My early
Westbrook.
reaction at 5:45 in the morning. Warriors are winning it all because of one James Wiseman drop step I saw.
Yeah, it was at 5:45 in the morning. Okay, guess what? We're 7 hours. We just passed 7 hours away from 5:45 in the morning. Is it 7 hours? I think it's 7 hours.
Know. My job does not involve me doing math.
I believe it's about 7 hours away. I see one of the AirPods has come out.
It's been I've been switching back and forth.
Oh really? All right. Well then here I'll join you. There you go.
Well, no, so I can gauge how loud I'm being, so I don't piss off the neighbors.
Fair enough. Well, you're moving soon, thank God.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, it's mainly. I mean, the thing with the NBA is the one problem I think it has is you kind of know what's going to happen. You can't really overreact to it. So I mean Lakers for me. And then what you said.
I already forgot what I said. Like,
it's getting late. That's why I asked you because I forgot to.
Yeah. No. Okay. Let's just go on to the next one.
All right. Yeah. Lakers. I don't really see much. We'll get better with time management. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
As we do this, but title contenders.
Actually, no. Instead of White Claw, I need to sip on coffee.
Oh, there you go. It's not bad. Ross sips on coffee. You're gonna steal the football podcast's thing now? Is that what I don't care.
Coffee? I drink coffee now.
That's Ross. Oh, you drink coffee now? Oh, Jesus.
Don't tell Ross.
You both are homosexuals.
Don't tell Ross.
Title contenders. So
Warriors.
No, you're bent on coffee now. It's Heat. Okay, you're buying Jimmy Butler all the way.
I'm not paying for his stupid overpriced coffee.
Why?
No, my actuality, my title contenders though are the Bucks.
Yeah.
The Nets, just because of the collection time they have. Do I actually think they'll win the title? No, but on paper,
I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think they'll make the playoffs either. In all actuality, but them. The
problem is they are a title contender though.
The Nuggets. We're back to the issue where the West is so top heavy. It's just like in the West you have like yes, any team that's LeBron on it is a threat.
Yeah,
that's just how it works.
Yeah.
So Lakers, Warriors, Mavericks, Suns, and Nuggets are all threats to win.
Sure. Yeah. I can't disagree with that. I don't know, a sneaky team, and honestly, I don't know anybody on the team right now other than Lillard, but Trailblazers, I'm just gonna throw them in there. See what they can do. Why not? Lillard's gonna win you some games, and you're in the NBA. Some players will step up and win you some other games. Maybe it'll be enough for playing.
I think Atlanta's a dark horse to make the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I mean
a lot. It all depends on how healthy they stay, and specifically, can DeAndre Hunter have his breakout season?
He has had his breakout season. The problem is he gets hurt.
Like when he's healthy, he plays like a borderline all-star. 17 to 20 points
like
a game,
top 5 pick.
6 to 8 rebounds a game. 2 3 assists. With a block and a steal like every game. Like you see the flashes. His problem is he cannot stay healthy.
Yeah, I really have nothing to say. I mean, you kind of nailed it right there for me.
Warriors have Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga sitting on the bench.
So it's fair.
This team is going to be good for another decade.
So it's fair to say for you, Warriors are favorites to repeat.
Yes. If I was a gambling man, which I am.
Yeah, you are.
I would put money on the Warriors to repeat.
As boring as it is, I agree. And because I'm a homer, I'm going to say Celtics, but I agree with you. 100% agree with you.
Celtic, in my opinion, in this conversation today, Celtics have way too much stuff going on.
Listen, we can do a podcast about the Celtics Udoka situation. And then what's the other one we said that was? And then the Sarver. We could do a whole podcast on those two things. Honestly,
we could do a whole podcast just on one of those things.
Yeah, we could, but I don't want to hear myself talk about one of those things
does anyone want to hear our opinions on those
The
things? I
problem
don't
is
think they do.
it's also so oversaturated because everybody believes they should have an opinion on it. And it's like, no, not everybody needs to have an opinion
Well,
on
remember
Robert
Matt
Sarver or
Barnes
Udoka.
gave his opinion, realized it was wrong, redacted it, and was like, I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah. Well, Matt Barnes understands, like, not everybody needs to share their opinion on everything. And
not
like,
everyone needs to know all the information about a situation either.
No, like, at the end of the day, dude, to sum it up for me, Udoka banged a woman. It was consensual. They both should be held accountable. Maybe the Celtics are doing it in-house with the woman. If they're not, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. You know what I mean? It doesn't affect anybody at ESPN who's bitching and complaining all day on air about how, this and that.
But yeah,
it doesn't.
It's just something that's like, but of course, because basketball has turned into a 24/7, 365 days a year sport, they need it.
I religiously watch basketball one day out of the year.
Christmas
Christmas
Day games are so good.
That's it. Now I'll watch the basketball game here and there. I'll watch the Celtics mainly every time.
You'll watch the random
TV.
TCU West Virginia triple overtime game at 9 o'clock at night.
That's because you have no life, and I was your roommate, and I also have no life.
We wanted to watch Jordan McCabe.
Yeah, well, he didn't get in, now did he? Sat there on the bench looking at
Kyle
his name.
Kyle Guy is what everyone thought Jordan McCabe was going to be.
We are going to do a NCAA one.
Oh, God.
Heavily led by Walker because he knows way more on
that
that topic
than
me. I'll just be sitting here shaking my head, yes, and disagreeing every once in a while and coming up with some stupid reason why I disagree. But yeah, I don't know. I it's about 2 hours long. There's going to be a lot of cutting I'm going to have to do here.
Yeah, you have fun editing. I'm going to go make a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
You're a prick, is what you are. I want a peanut butter. Can you make me one? Feed it to me through the computer. How far away are we from that technology? Because I want it now.
I do too. Okay, so you want to know how I know I'm getting older? My YouTube subscriptions.
Oh yeah.
My YouTube subscriptions have switched from like all these gaming channels, stuff like that, to slowly it's more and more grilling and cooking. YouTube channons.
I would rather have the tech.
Salmonella Academy's back.
Oh, here we go.
After a 3-year hiatus.
I would rather, instead of time machines, be able to pass people stuff through a screen.
Yes, like,
that'd be so useful.
Like at McDonald's fry. Oh, hey, you want a fry? Here you go.
I'd be like, here, I just got a text message. Here you go. Look at it on my phone. Oh, it'd be great. Oh,
it'd be so useful.
If that ever becomes a thing, I'll be so happy. All right. Well,
no, but then I remember we have these things, and I'm like, oh yeah. Then there's that episode of SpongeBob where
Yu-Gi-Oh cards
goes, future.
We have Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Our neighbors probably think, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, I know. You just yelled future.
Future.
You're about his height too.
Yeah, I am.
You are the height of a person who's just discovering SpongeBob, and you have a job. All right.
God, I need a haircut. Holy shit!
Yeah, look at you, Mr. Mullet Man.
God.
Every time, by the way, you kept saying Victor. I am gonna because Victor's part of Mario. Did you see the Mario trailer?
I heard 2 seconds of it, and I heard Chris Pratt's voice. I was like, this is a hate crime.
Looks awesome.
It looks visually stunning. Yes, now, it does.
The Chris Pratt's voice did come through very much in Mario in the trailer.
Is this going to be the first movie you see in theaters?
I've seen movies in theaters, but this could be the first one in a while. Towards the end of the trailer, you started getting Mario's voice. I have high hopes.
Okay, you have high hopes.
Grew up playing Nintendo podcast. Grew up playing Nintendo. If this movie is good, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. I guess somebody just came out for you because you just looked up. They want you to go to bed. All right, tell her I say hi. Everybody, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Do we have a schedule? Or just whenever now?
I mean, we can stick with Thursdays.
Thursday works for me if it works for you.
We need to get better about the recording time itself.
All right, so what that means is Thursdays I will no longer be watching Thursday Night Football. Not against that, because I don't care.
They've been so bad.
That's why I don't care. Here, let's see here.
Who's next week?
What?
Who's next week for Thursday?
I
Because we
don't
can
know.
also do Tuesday. We could also do Tuesday.
I don't know who's next week, and honestly, I don't care who's next week. Third. Oh my! It's 9-6 with 4 minutes to go. Broncos are beating the Colts 9-6.
I'm so glad I didn't watch that game, Paul. I don't even have money on that game.
Let's ride! But if anybody has listened to No Call No Show, you'll know that the Broncos have become a real sore subject for one person. And I have become a big fan of them. I am all in on Let's Ride, and this is even better for me. All right, Russell Wilson. Here's a little I don't know what's the word, selling point to No Call No Show. Russell Wilson is 21st entering this game in QBR in the league. He's making $235 million. That's not good. All right, everybody. Thank you for
I think
listening.
I grabbed their car.
You're an idiot. Thank you for listening. And yeah, we'll be back next week, either Tuesday, Thursday. This should be up. This should probably go Saturday. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. The season hasn't actually started yet, so it's got time.
That's true.
As long as Draymond doesn't get like traded or suspended in the next 24 hours.
They better handle that in-house. If they don't handle that in-house, then it's a problem. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening, and bye.